Sanjeev Singh Sahota.
Sanjeev,
good to have you on.
Thank you for having me as well.
Yeah, so Sanjeev, first time I met you was in April.
That's right.
And that was ahead of your first professional boxing fight.
That's right.
And now we've got your sixth professional boxing fight coming up.
That's right.
And undefeated as well.
So far it's gone really well. And in such short time, as you said, from April, it's not just under a year now, and I'm having my sixth fight now, so it's brilliant.
Yeah, so I want to talk a bit about your background, because obviously you got mummy, daddy, brother-in-law as well. And, you know, obviously you had big support behind you. So I just want to know what their reaction was in kind of, when you first told them you wanted to get into boxing.
Like I've always said, no mum ever wants to say, mum will say, don't do no more boxing and stuff like that, but no mother wants her child to get hurt. And my father, in fact, my father actually really inspired me in the sense of he was always involved in sports, in like the likes of kabaddi and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I've had their full support from mum, dad, brothers and sisters, full support 100%, to understand. They've pushed me to get to the top.
Yeah. Okay, that's good, because it's not a traditional kind of
Indian,
Asian Sikh career, is it? You know, doctor, lawyer, accountancy, so...
That's what I'm trying to say is, out there, dreams can be accomplished, and it really can be. If you believe in something and you want to do something that you really want and your heart's there, go for it.
Yeah. Okay.
That's one of my messages I like to put out there, and I'm working my way up the ladders to get to the top, and a lot of us up in here, we get pulled into business like this, the doctors, lawyers, you name it, which my family do come from a very business background as well.
Right.
But I decided to just take that slight route to the right and focus on the boxing.
It certainly
career.
Looks like it's paying off. So,
that's what it is. It's going well. It's been a great journey so far, and I want to make my work up to the top now.
Yeah. Now, what role do your family play as a part of your team? Because I know
all of it.
Yeah. So
do you know what it is? It's not just about being a boxer and just training. It's having the right structure and the right team behind you, because if you don't have the right team, I think in anything in life, for you to achieve your goals, you need to have the right structure. And my family play a major part of it in my boxing career, because they support me. My brother supports me. He manages me a lot of the stuff it takes the pressure off me, in the sense of he'll tell me when I'm fighting and not. My mum and dad are always there, my sisters everyone's always involved. The whole family is always involved.
So it's like a family affair.
It is.
And they always have your best interest, don't they?
Of course. So. Every family member of my family wants the best for their family member. Yeah. So they're always involved, and then it comes to the trainer's point of view. My trainer, Dominic Negus, Lenny Butcher, they're always guiding me to... So it's not just about me, it's about the whole team. Yeah. Team Sahota.
Team Sahota, there you go. And obviously, you know, during your matches, does your mum actually come to your matches?
Do you know, it's a tradition now, so the only people who come to my fight now will probably be in family-wise, my dad, my uncles, my cousins, and my brother and my brother-in-laws. But women's side, as my sisters and stuff, they all stay away. They're watching TV because they say they don't want to. The part I like is, once you've had your fight, the day after, I'm going to see him. I'm going to have some aloo parathe with nice chai cup, with some biscuits, and that's the fun side of it.
Yeah. So, okay, so everyone's got their role and kind of
and it's been working great so far, and I think it's just a tradition now. So,
where are your family based in the UK?
My family are based. We're based all over the place, really. So I'm based between London, Spain. As some people might know, I've grew up in Spain. That has started my childhood in Spain. Yeah,
I wanted to ask about that, because is there a lot of Sikh community in Spain? Is there?
It's not so as big as England, but there are quite a few Asians in the Sikh community there as well.
And what about Gurdwara Jande?
Yeah. We've got our local Gurdwara, I go there as well, and my dad supports it as well, and we have got an up-and-coming community there. It's good.
And what first kind of attracted you to boxing? Like, what was the first thing that you thought, I want to do this?
One of the things what attracted me was basically, when I was a little younger, I was overweight, suffered a bit of bullying in school, and I didn't have the best line of friends in life. which finally grew anyway. And something, I was no good at football. I was no good at any other sports. And then one day I went to a boxing gym and I fell in love with the sports. I was no good the first day,
right.
but it's something that told me inside, if I want to do this again, I want to go the next day, and I want to go the next day, and I go the next day, and just work my way up to the top.
Yeah, okay.
It's from now, like then to now, really.
And how did you get to where you are today? Like, how did you tell us about your journey?
Do you know what it is? There's no ways of jumping a ladder. It's just hard work.
Yeah.
Hard work, dedication, craft and belief.
Yeah.
And having the structure and the support.
And did you had to overcome any struggles
Loads.
or obstacles?
Loads of obstacles. You know, I'm afraid in the game I'm in, it's not like football. You can depend on other players, or it's not like it. I'm afraid the game is a very tough game. Boxing is a very tough game, and you have to dedicate yourself 100%. One thing I know when I'm going in that ring, that I'm focused on my fight, and I've done everything I could have done to perform.
Yeah.
That I've not cheated with my food. I've run every day. I woke up in the mornings, them early mornings, and just keeping a good camp is very important. So when you ask me, like, is there things I have to overcome? It's basically, yeah, you've been. A lot of people don't see that part. You've been away from your family. When your friends are going out, for example, you're going to bed, and the foods you have to sacrifice, and a lot of things you have to sacrifice in this game.
And also, did kind of being South Asian and Sikh, did that help or hinder? Because, you know, you don't see many Sikhs out there in the sports world.
Yeah, that's one of the things that really drives me. I want to make all the Sikhs out there proud, and I want to, if I can help one child or motivate one child to get into some sort of sports or help him with anything. I'm not just saying sports or become a boxer. Just give him a bit of motivation to maybe the food side and nutritionist side, or just having it from being maybe a child, like a lonely or overweight person, and succeed in something, which I'm on the journey to succeed. And if I can help 1%, I will. And that's what really gives me a drive. When I wake up in the morning, sometimes I think, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
And it does go through your mind. But you know, the answer for that is when you've had your fight, and that half an hour after, when you get to meet everyone and say thank you for coming, you think, this is why I do this.
Have you ever thought, you know, during the struggles and during the obstacles, have you thought, I want to give up, you know, mummy, daddy, my doctor,
Don't get me wrong, it's a very tough game, and you do have them things, but you just got to keep up. It's the people out there who drive me. Yeah. They drive me, and the fans, and just to be successful, they drive me, and I think I can't give up. And the way we work in our training camp, we don't give up.
Yeah.
And the way I've been taught and brought up, we don't give up. Nothing's impossible, and I really...
Seems like you've got a really big drive.
Yeah, 100%, because someone said to me once, if you like split up the word impossible, I am possible, so it's a very thing... I do believe nothing's impossible. If you're willing to dedicate yourself and achieve your time and willing to get to the top, you can do it.
Yeah. No, definitely. And a lot of Sikhs are not very prominent in the sports world, but there's a lot of talent out there. Why 100%. Do you think? Why do you think that is? Why do you think they're not?
Just maybe because I think that what I was saying, where I'm very fortunate, my family side have supported me. I think they just need to be maybe pushed a bit to go and do it, and maybe pushed a bit out there and say, go and try it, son, or go and try it, daughter, and try, and just don't let other things around you stop you following your dream. Yeah. Because that's one of the things even my dad said, never stop it takes two hands to clap. And don't let other things get in the way. So if they can support you in that sense, and they can, and you're willing to do it, I think they could. My
dad says that exact saying. It takes two hands to clap. Yeah,
it does. So. And it's, you know, them old like Punjabi sayings, and it's so true. Yeah, you can't beat that.
Yeah, no, definitely. And what are your influences? Like, what's your driving forces? Like, is it your parents? Is it kind of the fact that you are one of the only kind of, you know, Sikh, you know, boxers out there at the moment, or what?
One of the very important I think in any sports, you got to do it for yourself.
Yeah.
It's very important. Not do it for others, which I know I want to do it for myself.
Yeah.
Then one of the things what does help me drive myself, and it's a major help, is I want to do it for obviously your family. You want to be successful. And then with the time, I've realised the people I'm bringing together, and it's not just it don't just depend on me no more. It depends on getting that crowd together and getting that support. And a lot of people are starting to look up to me, not up to me, but looking, wow, I'm proud of him and I want him to achieve. So I do it for my whole team.
Yeah.
My whole team. When I say my team, my training team, my family, all the fans out there, all the kids. So it's my army now, and a lot of people do look, and I want to be to the top, because when I am successful, they are as well.
Yeah, no, exactly. And how about in terms of like influences in the boxing world? What kind of fighters do you look up to and stuff?
All different. There's so many fighters out there. I think I take my hat to so many fighters out there for all different reasons. One of the good fighters I always liked is Manny Pacquiao. What he does for from the background he came from, is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And that's a person that, what I'm trying to say, from nothing, and I mean nothing, to where he is now. He's actually become an ambassador of his own country.
Yeah.
He's got a whole country behind him, and he's so successful, and he's got that drive, and at the same time he's helping everyone. It's a good thing. Either, for example, like Ricky Hatton.
Yeah.
He was a home champion.
Yeah.
He won a fight out there for anything else. He was a true home champion, and I'm a big fan of Ricky Hatton as well. Canelo, the Mexican fighter, for how young he is, and what he's achieved as well. So them fighters really motivate me as well.
It's almost like now you have to boxers have to build a brand around themselves as well, don't they? Because obviously you have to sell tickets to the fights, you know, you have to do all that, and that means you have to be in the public eye a lot more. How do you find that kind of side of things?
Do you know what? I think you get these people who are too fake. I'm me. I ain't gonna lie, I'm me.
Yeah.
I'm no different. You can speak to me now, and you can speak to me off camera, off TV, or off anything, and I'll be the same person. What I say, I'll say it from the heart. Yeah. And you know, be yourself. And I got taught that by my own father, is always be yourself. Either people, my trainers. So be yourself. Yeah. You are you, and they are them. Yeah. And do you know what I mean? And I've learnt that with time as well, and just be natural. But and regarding like people come to support you, if you yourself, you're gonna get the people support you. And touch wood, I am blessed. Honestly, I can truly say I'm blessed with all the people out there come support me. Yeah. Every fight they've been behind me, and it's grown day by day. Yeah, you've had amazing support. I was going to ask you about it. You've had amazing support, because I actually went to your first fight. Yeah. And there was his family, friends, and stuff like that. But then I went to your fourth professional fight, and there was just so many up in here, from all over the country, even people from Spain, I think. Yeah, it's so good. That's one proud achievement for me. I don't know where I can reach in life. What am I willing to give everything I can? 100%. I don't like to say I'm going to be there, be this or do that. I'm going to do that. But so far, from my first professional fight to where I am now, I am blessed with the crowd I'm getting, bringing all the community together, bringing so many good community and support together. Like, I'll give you an example. I'm getting people from Scotland, Ireland, even Spain. It's not just about. It's all one nation at the end of the day. We are Sikhs, we are Punjabi. We're getting a good Punjabi fan base out there. But I'm getting not just that, bringing Spanish people, Scottish people, English, Irish. And do you know, it is all one nation at the end of the day. It's one thing that's very important. But if I can bring these people together and get them all there, and it makes me feel so proud. And I'm getting support of like people. Do you know when I boxed in India, Jaggy D obviously as well, he's top man, and he's singing the Punjabi rock star, they call him. So he's either come to my next fight, and he's always supported me, messaged me, and he's always give me a backing. And it's good to know that you've got that backing, up and up backing. You know what I mean? And I think, you know, when up and near do well, I think up and near really get behind each other. I think it's 100%. It's a community thing. Yeah. And I think at the end of the day, don't matter what you are, who you are, but if you can get together and support someone, then like I said, it's not just about me getting in the ring and fighting, it's about having that whole support, that whole structure, and the people out there are my structure, are my team. Without them, I won't be where I am today.
Yeah, no, exactly.
100%.
And as one of the first Sikhs in the UK that's kind of building a name for himself as a boxer, does that come with a lot of pressure to represent the Sikh community and kind of put Asian talent on the map in the sports world?
There's many ways of dealing with pressure, I think. What I try not to think about, like I said, I do it for myself in the sense of that, not to give my pressure, but 100% I want to succeed just for all the people coming out and looking up to me. I want to be the best. I want to reach the top, because it's not just depending on me, it's depending on the people out there supporting me as well now. So I want to become number one.
Yeah, exactly, and we want you to.
I hope behind you. Either you, Joe, I remember like the day we met. The first time we met, this was before my first fight. Yeah. And do you know what I mean? Hopefully we can sit here, have these interviews all the way to the top.
Definitely, up and you've got to support each other. So.
Thank you.
And obviously you'll be a role model. So you're coming into, as you're build a name for yourself, you're coming into a role model for a lot of young Sikhs out there who do want to go beyond the traditional careers that say maybe the parents want them to pursue. What advice would you give them?
Like I always say, if you have a dream, follow it, because any dream can come true, and I really do say that, and I do believe that always, and I've always said that from day one. If for anything in life, I think sports, a job, achievement, you name it, if you really want something, you can get it, because nothing's impossible, and that's one of my things I'd like to really put out there. And just generally, be healthy as well. A lot of people get pulled on the nutrition side, or if I can help as well and be a role model in the sense of maybe just help with their food and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, no, because I was going to ask you about that. I was going to ask you, how do you, because obviously now your next fight, your first fights were like 4 rounds, now your next fight is 6 rounds. So how do you prepare for that?
Oh, we've been doing, I've no stone unturned,
Right.
I'm trying to say. We've done everything I could have done. That I know I'm walking in that ring more than 150% confident in my abilities that I've trained.
Yeah.
So the best man can only win.
Yeah.
But one thing I know deep down, I've trained, done everything I could have done training wise, with my food preparation wise, mentally, everything. And I've had the whole support of my whole team, family, trainers, you name it, crowd, everyone. Even people come to the fight. 150%.
What about food and nutrition? Because obviously me and my family, we like our sugary stuff, we like our sweet stuff, gulab jamun, mithai, jalebia, and then obviously we have roti and mum's homemade chicken curry.
Of course you can't be up on our food and roti and aloo protein.
So how do you maintain the balance of that?
I know, it's very hard.
Yeah.
But I'm afraid I have to. There's good Punjabi food out there. It's all what it's all about. It's about eating the right food and real food.
Yeah.
What do I mean by real food is eat natural products. The way I say it, the way I describe that a lot of times is think of it like a caveman.
Yeah.
If a caveman, could a caveman go into a shop, buy a Coca-Cola? No.
No.
Could a caveman drink water? Yes.
Yeah.
Because when in his days he had. What do I mean by real foods? Could a caveman buy a bag of crisps? No. Could a caveman maybe eat a fruit off a tree? Yes. Eat real foods, and the person, I get guided by my nutritionist, obviously, he's Pro Nutrition Clinic, which he does a question YouTube channel, Q&A. Right. So basically, if anyone wants to ask any question, they can always ask him on there.
Yeah.
But it's about eating all real foods, and I think one of the things I really would like to put out there is just be healthy, because if you eat real food, you're going to feel good with yourself, you're going to live longer, you're going to be able to wake up in the morning, you're going to feel fresh, you're going to be more explosive, whatever you do in life.
Yeah. What about your mum? Is she still like, Kala, put the shoving that jalebi in your mouth?
Mum always say, Kala, kuch nahi honda, roti kha lo, kuch nahi honda. And I say, Mum, I cannot do that, I cannot eat it. She's probably watching this. I say, Mum, I've got over what my mum and dad on diets. That's how mad it is.
My mum thought I had puppy fat until I was 25. So
really. The Punjabi way, we're just big bones, that's what it is.
And I've got to ask how fighting in India was last summer.
Oh wow,
that must be.
That's not worse. That has got to be, I think, so far one of the best experiences of my whole entire life. Just the whole trip, the training camp with my trainers, building up to the fight. Knowing I've got such a big fight, and it was a historical event. One of the first ever professional boxing fights in New Delhi at that magnitude with people. It was about 13 to 15,000 people there. But you had people sitting on the steps and everywhere. It was packed, and you had all the celebs there as well.
YouTube, it looked.
And you had all the cricketer players and everything. It was amazing.
Yeah.
The whole experience.
And the celebrations after?
Wow. Celebrations, can I be honest, you know what it was? Dunkin' Donuts. My cousin friend Jazz Benny bought me some Dunkin' Donuts, and that for me was amazing as well.
There you go. So you got the Indian
I got the sweet
well,
tooth, and then we went for some protein, and we had some good food, and we just spent time with my family. That's what I like to do.
I bet everyone in the bend was going great.
Wow, it was amazing. Like I said, it was such an amazing experience, and I love to repeat it again. I'm sure it will happen.
And talking about your support, you've also got like a lot of sponsors behind you, haven't you?
Yeah.
So a lot of like.
I've always been supported. For example, from day one, East End Foods, Paul Deep, he's always believed in me and supported me from day one. Good family friend as well, and I'm very blessed. St Matthew's Healthcare, Nishan, he's always supported me, and I've always been powered by either Benny Construction as well. So, and even my nutritionist, Pro Nutrition, support-wise and sponsoring-wise, I've always been blessed with sponsors.
Yeah. Okay, so what's next for you? What's next for Sanjeev Singh Sahota?
So we've got my next fight is on the 24th of February, which is my first six rounder.
Yeah.
So I never like to look ahead of that.
Yeah.
But I'd like to take each fight as it comes.
Yeah.
So hopefully I've worked very hard for this fight, get a good win.
Yeah.
And then great things will happen.
Yeah, no, I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. You've got a promising career ahead.
Yeah, so.
And us at Sikh Channel and everyone and all us kind of young, Sikhs are all behind you. So,
thank you.
Very good luck for your fight on Friday.
Thank you very much.
And yeah, we're all behind you. So
thank you very much.
Thank you very much for putting kind of Sikhs on the map in the sports
world. Thank you. No, hopefully me and many more of you guys out there and all us Sikhs and up there can build our way up to the top and help the sports career and everything and let it grow. What is one sport that I have to ask? What is one sport that you would like to see more Sikhs participate in? I think football's going to be. I think hopefully football. I think there are some upcoming up and there Sikhs going into football. Yeah. I like to. I think any sports. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's sports. It's a talent. It's a talent, and it's representing our community. And isn't it? I think any sports. I love all my sports. Especially, I know when you're saying what sports or what sports would you like to see up and coming? But even like kabaddi, you can't be up and kabaddi. I've been grew up into that when I was younger with my father. So, yeah. But any sport. Dad still takes me to tournaments. No. Touch wood, I've been to all the World Cups apart from last year because it just clashed with one of my fights. So, and that was my fourth one in Harrow. Yeah. And that was when the World Cup was held in India. And I normally do attend that to my dad. We took a team from Spain. But hopefully, yeah. So just kind of all the sports really. Yeah, really. Either football, either boxing. They're doing so well in cricket and like I was saying, kabaddi. But maybe cricket is probably the biggest sports in India. I think it is one of the biggest. It's the biggest sports in India. They're doing so well. But maybe it'll be nice to see some more Asian footballers. Yeah. More Asian boxers. More Asian snooker players. It definitely will. It definitely will. And I think they will. I think it'd be time now. So yeah, hopefully that's what I'm saying. And you're leading between me and everyone else out there, and we can hopefully get together, united, and grow it to the top. Well, thank you very much. Thank you for coming on. Good luck for Friday. Thank you. Hopefully we'll see you soon. And thank you everyone who's supported me. I really appreciate it from the heart. And that's it from us today at the Sikh Channel. A big thanks to Sanjeev Singh Sahota, and we'll be back soon with more guests and talking about UK young Sikh talent.